much for coming. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have amazing people here. Welcome. Thunder, you're dancing. If you give me peace of mind, boy, I bet man, you give my life, I'm careful, you give me peace of mind. You give me peace of mind, because of my worries, because of my problems, in my baby, oh yeah. You give me peace of mind, and you give me peace of mind, yeah. Yes, I need you, cause I want you. You're the only one for me. I'm coming home right after the party. The world is stressing me. I run to you cause I know you got me. And you're my company. Anytime I call you, you can turn up. And you always come through for me. Peace of mind, yeah. You make me feel what's like the ocean. You give me peace of mind, yeah. The quality of my attention. You give me peace of mind, yeah. The baby don't let you too hard. Please give me peace of mind. Give me peace of mind. That's all I want. Welcome, amazing people. Oh yeah, you. Woo! Oh yeah, yes, what? Good to have you. Woo! Welcome, guys. Good to have every one of you. Wow. This is warming up. Woo! Yeah. Welcome, Susan Herbal Tips. We have Susan Herbal Tips, Gabriela. Oh, yes, wow, Thunder Scorpion. Thunder, you're the notification gang. That's good. Yeah, thank you so much. Inspire with Ella, Wango Comedy. Good to have every one of you. Thank you so much for joining on today's stream. How has your day been? How have you guys been? Like, how was work today? And hope the day has been amazing so far. I don't know where you all are watching from, but I know some people might be busy at work at this moment as well. Wherever you're watching me from, I say good evening from here, good evening from Brazil. Fortaleza to be precise, good to have every one of you join me today on this stream. It's a pleasure, and I really appreciate your support and your love all the time. Like, I don't know what I would be doing on this street without you guys. Believe me, I don't know what I'll be doing on the street without you. So this is appreciating every one of you. For those who have been super chatting me, appreciating and supporting and encouraging with their resources, thank you so much. And for my members, those who have taken it upon themselves to see that monthly, I see water drink, I see wine drink. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you. Like, you all have been so amazing. You all have been so amazing. So yeah, today we'll be looking at wife, spousal. I'm trying to avoid this word. If anybody know the best word that Whitey will not strike, because I don't know this. Whitey usually don't like some particular words. Josie Kana, thank you so much, my beautiful Ghanaian queen. Yeah. So if there is any word you guys who prefer I use, you know the word for this. You know, I don't want Whitey coming after me because these guys, they don't like certain words. So, but for those who are not Nigerians watching this, we in Nigeria, okay, delete, spousal deleting. Twale, mama. So today is not actually, we will not be talking about benching and cucumber and janjana and pekus, how to enjoy it. But we'll be talking about the problem, the dangers in it when you don't, or when you begin to suspect that your spouse is cheating on you. This is becoming a daily problem. Like, yeah, every day we hear one story, one ugly story to the other, and it's heartbreaking. You know, when we talk about this, sorry guys, when we talk about enjoying intimacy with your spouse, it looks as if we're talking like, oh, we enjoy this thing too much, or is it food and all that. But you see, the danger in not even giving or taking this is there. And this is one of the dangers of it that we'll be treating today, deleting spouse because of it, because of extramarital affairs, or because of suspicions surrounding extramarital affairs. And when a man or a woman begins to suspect that, you know, his or her spouse is doing this thing outside, it can ruin the home. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. You see, when a man begins to suspect his wife, there is problem. When a woman begins to suspect her husband, no, there is problem. No, there is problem already with that marriage. Infidelity is something couples don't joke with, but they are ready to joke with intimacy. Couples are not ready to gamble with infidelity. At the mention of infidelity, everyone begin to run kitty kata, kitty kata. You are ready to raise a cutlass. You are ready to delete someone. But when it comes to serving it, taking it, people take it for granted. But there are dangers in it. The dangers of not giving it to your husband, the dangers of not giving it to your wife. It can push people outside. It can even make one begin to suspect. It makes couples begin to suspect one another. And today we'll be looking at this because this is not the first time. Something happened. Let me take you guys to the story. Something that happened yesterday. Just yesterday. Welcome, Positive Orientation. It's good to have you. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. It's a delight. Thank you so much for coming. Please, guys, as you're coming in, smash the like, share if you can. Let's have more people in the house, more amazing people just like yourself in the house, okay? Share out and hit the like button, okay? Thank you so much. So, something happened yesterday at Niger State, Suleja to be precise. I grew up in Suleja, Niger State. My family, my siblings, some of my siblings still live in Suleja up to this very moment as we speak. My family still reside there. My father owned a house there in Suleja. Yes. My father still owns properties in Suleja. So that's to tell you that I am a Suleja brought up. Like I grew up in Niger State. That's where I did my primary and my secondary school education before I left for the higher institution. So you can call me Suleja Babe. So if anyone watching right now, you will know what I'm talking about. It's the Northerners, some Northerners, you know, it's not fully Northern, but like the Waris and the Baggins reside there. They own Suleja. So this is where it happened. A man yesterday strangled his beloved wife of how many years? 9 years to death. On the ground of suspicion, on the ground of suspecting infidelity. And he wasted a life, precious life, the life of his woman that gave him a son, a beautiful son. They got married 2014 and they have a beautiful son. So now this woman works at the general hospital and she goes to work. Now she's Igbo woman actually, from I think Imo State, while the husband is Yoruba. Now the tribe has nothing to do with this at all. Tribe has nothing to do with this at all. Sorry, hold on 1 minute, guys. Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry, guys. I didn't know that my mic is still muted. I just went to get something. Thank you so much. I didn't notice that. I clicked on it and it didn't go. So, like I was saying, the tribe or where he came from doesn't matter, but we just want to point out, identify who this man is. He's Adeniyi, and he is from Ondo State, while the wife is Chioma, and they've been married since 2014, and they have a beautiful son, a 9-year-old boy. So as you're coming in, you must have seen that you must have seen the picture of the wife displayed there. A very beautiful, hard-working woman. She works at the General Hospital, Suleja there, and my house is very, very close to the General Hospital. Hello, welcome, Obife Hair Bundle. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. So the wife works while the husband does nothing. The husband does nothing. He just sits at home. He sits at home. This woman goes to work, come back, and still feeds him. Then someone, now news has it that a side chick or someone gossiped the wife to him that the wife is having an affair. Why she claims to be working, she's not working, she's busy going around. That the time she's supposed to spend at work, she uses it to go see other men. And it's not the first time the man started beating up the wife, and they had it that last year, April this year, he almost wasted her life. He tried stabbing her with a knife. And the family intervened. She went back home, and after everything, they reconciled them back together, and then, she returned home. But this time around, she was not lucky. Being a carer with cares, amazing, gorgeous queen, welcome. Thank you so much for joining the stream, ma'am. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you here, ma'am. Thank you. So, she wasn't lucky this time around. Unfortunately, she was not lucky. So the story had it that she went to work, returned, and somebody already went and gossiped the wife to their husband that she has gone to see a male friend, a boyfriend, a lover. So by the time she came back, the man beat her up mercilessly, after which he used a rope to strangle her and wasted her life. When he was done with that, guess what this wicked soul did? He drank a poisonous substance to escape the law after killing the woman, after wasting her life. He drank a poisonous substance so that he too, but unfortunately for him, he didn't go, the plan didn't work. The sister of this girl came around to the house and she started knocking, nobody was answering. She now went through the kitchen window and saw her sister lying on the ground, on the kitchen floor, with a pillow covered on her face and a rope around her neck. That was when she raised alarm. Raised the alarm, and then people came. They broke the door open and found the woman lifeless, and the man equally unconscious. But they checked for pulse; he was still alive, and they rushed him to the hospital. Welcome, Ashtonia family. Good to have you, Queen. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you, gorgeous Queen. Thank you so much for coming. So the man was rushed to the hospital, and then, luckily for him, he survived it. His plan didn't push through. So he's gonna live to face the law, unless the medication didn't work on him. Unless after the whole treatment he goes, because I don't have the latest this evening. But as of the time I got this news today, the man was still alive, and people were so mad at him. They were hitting him, they were cussing him out. I mean, that guy deserved to rot in the deepest part of hell. Black Money, good to have you. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for coming, King. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Smash the like, guys, as you're coming in. So now that brings me to this. Now I'm dropping a link. Anyone who wants to come up, please feel free to come up. Let us discuss and dissect this matter. What is the best way? Because this is not the first time such a thing is happening. We have heard random stories of men wasting the lives of their wives, or women wasting the lives of their husbands. One happened in the United States of America recently. There are Nigerian couples with children, and because of suspicion, not even the fact that they caught each other, mere allegation, the man wasted the wife's lives. his life, her life, took his own life as well. And they were both inside the room, lifeless. Nobody knew what was happening until after a couple of days. Even in Nigeria, a wife has equally poured hot boiling oil on the husband while sleeping. Why? Because she suspected. She went through his phone and saw his conversation with a woman. Or is it the one that took a knife to slash out the husband's manhood? Or is it the one that used pestle to bust the husband's balls? A lot of crazy things happening on the ground of suspicion and allegation, not even with the fact. So we want to discuss tonight, what is the best way to handle such issue? How do we welcome, Eunice Shalom. Thank you so much for coming. Now, we'll be discussing what is the best way. How do we handle these situations? When you're suspecting your wife is having an affair, or you're suspecting a woman is having an, how do you handle it without wasting precious life, without spilling blood? Or as a woman, you're suspecting your husband is having an affair. What is the best way to handle situations like this? Authentic Black woman, thank you so much for joining the stream. Thank you, Queen. Welcome. I appreciate you. The one and only authentic Black woman on the Whitey Street. Thank you so much for coming, Queen. Yeah, and Eunice Shalom, thank you so much. How do we handle situations like this to avert wasting precious life? Like if you don't want to go on with this marriage anymore and you feel that you can't take the cheating, the infidelity anymore, you leave. Why waste the life of a grown man? Why waste the life of the father of your children or the mother of your children? This is becoming a norm right now. Anybody suspecting, even when it is not on the ground of allegation, even when it's not on the ground of allegation, even when you cut them pants down, do you have to spill blood? Do you have to waste that precious life? Do you have to? Let me go through your charts and see what you guys are saying there, my amazing people. So, Thunder Scorpion said, marriage turns normal people into irrational murderers. Yeah. I'm canceling my proposal. Thunder, don't say that. Don't say you're canceling your proposal. Like seriously? Like seriously, you want to? No, you shouldn't. You should just make sure that your partner, the woman you want to get married to, is right for you. There is no need counseling unless you don't trust her, unless you are not sure, and unless you are not ready for this. You shouldn't, okay? Now, Australia says every couple has to be careful. Positive orientation says that. Yes. Eunice Shalom says authentic Black woman, okay? Oyoyo's word, hello. Authentic Black woman says spousal killing is so common nowadays, makes me mad. Absolutely, like it gets on my nerves, it creeps under my skin. Creeps under my skin. Oyoyo's word says, host, I made a video about this coming up tomorrow morning. God bless you. Look, we need to talk about this. We need to raise our voice together on this. We need to speak about this. It's getting out of hand. How can you waste the life of someone you recently professed love to? Someone you recently said you love, and then because on the ground of allegation of infidelity, you are not even sure, there is no any evidence anywhere, you decide to waste their precious life. I kept saying this, marriage is not a do or die affair. You have every right under the surface of this earth to, under the surface of this sky, to walk away. It's not going to be rosy for everyone. We know that. And of course, it's not a bed of roses. We know marriage is not a bed of roses. It has its own ups and downs. But when the downs are becoming too much, when the challenges are becoming too much, when the tears and the sorrow and the bitterness and the pain and the anger is getting out of hand, then you take a walk. It's not worth it. If Mr. A cannot make you happy, Mr. B is there to make you happy. Being a carer with care says, sincerely, if the man or woman is suspicious, is suspicious of the spouse being unfaithful, have a sit down and discuss like adults. If the outcome is negative, then to your tent, O Israel, marriage is not by force. God bless you, Queen. Marriage is not by force. Don't look at what you see on social media. There are people equally going through worse situation, but they choose to take a walk. They chose that they're not ready to spend the rest of their lives crying over a grown adult who cannot keep his thing in between his legs, or a grown adult, a woman who cannot be faithful to her husband. Josie Connor said, in Ghana, a lady deleted her boyfriend because of grass cutter meat. What? Grass cutter meat. We call it anonchi. We call grass cutter anonchi, and it's very sweet. So she had to waste a precious life over an animal. Oh, Father, have mercy on us. This generation, see this generation, God will need to deliver us. We have a long way to go. Our level of tolerance is getting very low. Like it looks as if we can't, emotionally, we are no longer strong. This generation of wives and mothers emotionally are not tough to take situations or bold enough to take a decision. That is why you have to resort to wasting a precious life. Because if you're emotionally tough and strong, you have that capacity to make your own decision. You are not going to sit down with a grown-ass person and waste your tears for years. Neither would you be pushed to the corner where you have to take a life. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Susan Habertif said a lot of people are depressed and they are not even aware of it. Their mental health should be checked. God bless you, ma. I totally agree with you. A lot of people are sick. They are having mental breakdown. And this is as a result of accumulated pain, bottled up anger, pent up bitterness. They are not opening up. They are in pain, or they can't even have a normal discussion with their spouse. So they bottle so much in here. Eventually begins to affect them. They have mental breakdown. You don't even know. They don't even know. They are not even aware that they're having this problem in the first place. And then one day they wake up and take a very drastic decision. Something that is not supposed to get to that point. They just wake up and decide that, look, I have had enough of it. If you have had enough of it, why don't you take a walk? If you suspect your wife was cheating on you, why don't you divorce her? Go ahead and call it off. You don't have to live with a cheating wife. You don't have to live with a cheating husband. It's a choice some people have made for themselves to sit down there and take it off. Not everyone can stand a cheating husband or a cheating man. Our mental capacity differs. The way our level of taking certain things, our shock absorbers differs. Some people can actually take it. Some people know their husbands are cheating, but they look the other way around. Do you think they are not in pain? Yes, they are in pain, but they have made up their mind that they want to make the marriage work for their children, or because they love the man so much that they are ready to take it. Same goes for the men as well. But for those of you who cannot take a cheating spouse, please, you don't even need to fold your bag. Just pick up your clothes and get the hell out of that marriage. It's a hellhole for you if you can't stand it. In as much as we preach that love is a beautiful thing, nobody should live in pain. Nobody should live in prison. Nobody should live in hell of a marriage. It is supposed to be your safe haven. It is supposed to be your place of rest. It is supposed to be a beautiful place for you. It's supposed to give you peace of mind and happiness, not ruin your life completely. So instead of resorting to wasting life, taking life, precious life, look, you cannot even create a single strand of hair. And then you summon the courage to waste life. And the coward decides to also take the easy way out after doing this. But as God will have it, the God we serve, as he will have it, he didn't escape the narrow way. He didn't escape it. He will live to pay for it. So I ask again, beautiful people in the chat, please jump on the link. What is the best way to handle a cheating husband or allegation or a cheating wife? What is the best way? How do we handle this without resorting to this? Because the story daily, it breaks my heart. It is either a man or a woman is stabbed in their sleep, or hot oil is poured, or hot water. The other time, a man was sleeping peacefully just because she heard the husband wants to take a second wife, just like what Yul Edochie did to May Edochie, his wife. Now, Yul even went secretly to get married. Maybe this is the fear, I don't know. But this guy, his religion permits him getting second, third, and fourth wife. He's a Muslim. Okay? He's a Muslim. And in his sleep, he was already making plans to go get married, bring home a second wife. The wife got a wind of it. And in his sleep, she poured boiling water. She boiled water and poured from his waist downward, ruining his manhood completely for life. The guy woke up with hot water, cooking his manhood and his balls up. He was rushed to the hospital, but unfortunately, a lot of damage has been done to his manhood. He may never, ever be able to get it up again or get a woman pregnant. Why go to this extreme? Why go to this extreme? Uju Ono Wanyoma, let me welcome you guys. Thank you so much for coming, Wanyoma. I see you, Queen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Justice gonna say, and they just gave her 10 years imprisonment. So small. For that woman who wasted a life for a bushmeat, 10 years only. The law is not even helping. Believe me, the law is not helping at all. A young man was condemned and sentenced to death by hanging recently for wasting a life. He was given, 2 sentences, one for life, the other one by hanging. So I don't know how they're going to merge the 2 sentences together. The law needs to be very stiff on those who just wake up and think they can waste life. The law needs to be very stiff on them. It should be eye for an eye. For me, that is my proposal. It should be an eye for an eye. The day you wake up and you feel you cannot begin to create human beings, so you want to start taking, then the law should take its full course on you. The full weight of the law should descend on such person. Authentic Black woman said, anybody who kills another over minor issue deserve life imprisonment. Absolutely. I stand with you on that. The rage overtook him. Yes, Thunder. And if he's in America, he's about to be somebody's wife in prison. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I get you. I get the code. I get you. Wow. Okay, Oyoyo's word. You said the man later deleted. He passed on. Oh my God. I think I'm just getting this right now. He didn't make it. Now that is sad. I wish he lived to pay the price. I wish he lived to regret it bitterly. I wish he had lived and faced the consequence of his action. Like, this is an easy escape route. He's a coward. This is an escape route. He has caused the family so much pain. This woman went through a lot of pain before she passed on. The beating before he finally wasted her life. And here he just left. I wish he had lived on for like weeks or months before he would pass on. And feel the pain. Let the poisonous substance he took, eat him up gradually. Because he doesn't deserve to live after all. The society doesn't leave animals like that. Susan, okay. Thunder Scorpion said that's usually the case, Cornelius. The one doing all the accusations is the one doing all the cheating. Yeah. Yeah. Most oftentimes, when someone is pointing accusing finger at the spouse, sometimes they are the guilty ones. And that is the only way defending themselves. they use attack tactics. Knowing fully well they are guilty, because they don't want you to suspect them, they use that. We have somebody in the house here. Would you know? Thank you so much.
Yo, thank you. Thank you. What is this story about? What happened?
Thank you so much. Would you know?
Thank you. What is the story about? Who by who?
Okay, it's you say?
I say who by who. You know, I can't use that word. The K word. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a man in Niger State, Suleja to be precise. The wife has been working and he has not been working. He's been a lazy husband. The wife has been the one feeding him and she's been working. Then rumor had it that it's actually a side chick or someone that has been telling him that the wife has been cheating on him. And this is not the first time he abused the wife. This is not the first time he beats her up or attempted killing her. He has done that sometime in April and then she survived it. She was rushed to the hospital and she came back. So yesterday she got back from work and then the husband, turned her into a punching bag. After which he used pillow to suffocate her and then still strangled her like a rope to strangle her on the ground of infidelity. Allegation is not as if he caught her with another man. It was only an allegation.
And that will tell you how many women have passed on like this without even people knowing about it. You know?
Yeah.
Jealous husband.
Just like what Osinachi's husband did to her. Exactly.
Horrible. Jealous husbands. If it is here, he will wallow in prison for a long time. It's life imprisonment.
But the sad thing is he too has passed on.
Really? Oh.
He took a poisonous substance after wasting her life. Took a poisonous substance. He was rushed to the hospital quite all right. And but he survived it for a couple of hours maybe, because this thing happened yesterday. So I don't really know the exact time he passed on.
Oh my God. This is so sad. There are some people that are not mentally all right. But he has a side chico.
People like this who are jobless are the ones who keep side chicks the most.
It's true, and they'll be the ones monitoring their wives everywhere. Why not get up from your lazy, butt and find a job yourself? People that are busy. People that are very busy don't have time for this stuff. Let me just move.
Okay. Nemuzo say people's mentality of thinking they have to stay or being judged by others is not a must. If it's not working, call it quit. Absolutely, I agree with you, and I stand with that. Thunder Scorpion said he should have gotten solid evidence if he was suspicious. Yeah, but even if he had gotten solid evidence, does it warrant wasting a life?
It doesn't warrant wasting a life at all, solid or no solid evidence. He has the
even if he has all the evidence.
Yes, to divorce her, to let her go, not taking someone else's life, someone's child, because she said, doesn't warrant buying the lady at all. But there are some people that have, they say, what do they normally say? An idle mind is what? A devil's workshop.
It's a devil's workshop. It is.
And jealousy, being not doing anything, being at home, you'll be thinking, oh, what is my wife doing? I hope he's not seeing all this, because he's at home. And when somebody feeds him with any lie about the wife, that will be a trigger. But let me tell you, this is a lesson to everybody. If you feel somebody's cheating on you, please leave the person gently. Divorce if you're married.
It's not worth it.
Don't take somebody else's life. Because now he drank something to buy himself. If not, he would have been in prison. And do they have kids? The kids are the ones to suffer.
They have a beautiful, a handsome boy, 9-year-old
Hi.
son. They have a boy.
That's the
They've
home that will suffer now.
left him in this wicked world alone. See, okay. So, Kara with Care says, sincerely, if the man or woman is suspicious of the spouse being unfaithful, have a sit-down discussion like adults. If the outcome is negative, then to your tent, O Israel.
Exactly.
You don't have to stay there.
This is just heartbreaking. This is somebody's child that just gone like that because of
A
somebody's
beautiful woman.
insecurity and jealousy.
A beautiful soul. Like, you need to see this drop dead gorgeous queen. You need to see the wife. Welcome, Oyoyo's world.
Yo-yo in the building. Guys, this is very sad though. I didn't hear this.
It is a sad one, honestly. It is a
Very
sad
sad.
one.
Thank you so much
Lesson
for
learned.
having
And
me.
some women watching, welcome. Some
Thank you,
women
Sister
watching, and you
Oju.
are in an abusive relationship. Anything can happen.
Time out with Kwame. Sorry, Queens. Let me welcome some new persons in the house.
Okay.
Time out with Kwame. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate every one of you. Olama, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, guys. Please don't forget to smash the likes, okay? Nemuzo, Wanyoma, thank you so much. Oyeyo's word, let's hear you, ma.
All right. Thank you so much, host. I read about this on Linda Ikeji. I was shocked. And before I went to bed yesterday, they did an update that the man later died. So
Last night.
yes. I looked at it initially when I started hearing things like that coming from Nigeria. I was a bit surprised, or rather, quite surprised, because I've heard similar stories in the US. Not just Nigerian men, African men.
Yeah.
2 years ago,
Yes.
it was a pastor in the US that the lady's siblings made frank effort to take their sister out of the home. They actually came to the man's home, made their sister pack her belongings, and took the lady out of that home because the man was already threatening, brimstone and thunder. He was threatening. So after they moved the sister out there, it was like the brother to the lady actually had some kind of physical confrontation with the man when they got to move the sister's things. The next thing we heard, they took the sister out of the home. 2 days after, the pastor, this one is not somebody who hasn't read the scripture, okay? The man went to the woman's place of work and then gunned her down. It has happened several times in the US. A lot of stories like that, we hear them from Houston. The next thing a man will say, I went to Nigeria, I brought you here, I paid your tuition fee, you went to nursing school. The moment you start earning money.
I think I saw that story recently. I read that story. He went to her place of work and gunned her down.
Yes. So it happens all the time. There is someone we know here. He's still in prison. He has been in prison long before I came here. And it was a similar situation. That party, the one that is in prison, was because of the man, the girl doesn't have her time. Is either allegation of cheating or financial issues. You understand? So when I read about it yesterday, I said, this is becoming now a norm in Nigeria. The first time such a thing happened very openly like that was in Abuja when one of the PDP chieftain's daughter, deleted the husband. We were like, whoa. We thought it would have ended there. Then after a while, you hear another one. So what is going on?
Welcome, Azizat. Thank you so much, Azizat. I appreciate you, ma. It's good morning over there already. Wow. God is awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, ma. It's becoming a weekly occurrence. Like, there is no week you don't hear about things like this horrible news.
Yeah.
Women are getting more and more into this, especially. Then the men now, God, what is happening?
This one that happened yesterday, do you know why it pained me so much? They said the lady just returned from fixing the father's home in the village. The lady is an Igbo woman. The man is a Yoruba. They both live in Niger State. Okay. The father received gratuity money. They called the elder sister, come and help us remove. So he was
Yes.
waiting for her. It's like,
Yes.
I don't even understand it. They have a child
That was
together.
in April. That happened in April. Welcome, Fabro Happiness. Good to have you here, Ma. Thank you so much for joining the stream. That happened in April when she
And then
went for the.
and he made an attempt on deleting her at the time. So now
Yes.
he carried out the act. So the Bible is a complete book, if I will put it that way. Whichever angle we read it, the Bible said the heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can tell? Because we can't tell the heart of man. You understand? We should be careful. When I mean careful the kind of person you do this, I do till they do us part with. Be careful before you jump into a marriage or relationship. Go and do the due diligence. In the olden days, in fact, even when I was married, my people went to the community to ask questions. Don't just marry a stranger you see on the street because in the name I fell in love. Love my food. People should
Esther's
ask
Chronicles,
questions.
welcome, Queen. Welcome, Queen. Esther's Chronicles, welcome. Thank you so much for Yoyo's word. Now you are going somewhere. You are dropping something very important for people to listen.
Yeah, they should ask questions. There is nothing like, when our mothers were married, you understand, they would ask, is there madness in that family? Is there leprosy? Is there any form of diseases? But these days, somebody will just meet somebody in the aeroplane. I'm falling in love. We meet somebody on social media. I'm not saying you should not fall in love. As you're falling in love, get the details of that particular person's parents and family. Send people to that place. Let them ask questions. Do you think this would they have cycle in their family? Because some of these things, you understand, they go in circles. It's like what the father repeated, the son will repeat. What the mother did, the daughter will do. You need to ask questions. Find out the people that grew up with this person. How has his behavior, been? Try and dig deeper. I know love is a beautiful thing, but let us dig deeper, getting to know who we are dealing with. If you're in overseas, you meet someone overseas, there is what they call criminal background check. Do criminal background check on some of these men to know if they've gone to prison, to know the kind of offenses they've committed before. Because I don't want to believe a man will just wake up outrightly and become wicked. There are genesis to problems that we are experiencing. So people should gradually. Is it about he used to slap somebody, used to beat somebody, and the next thing it will graduate to another one. You have to do your best, and as you're doing your best, you leave the rest to God. I've heard stories about that in the US. Now it's happening in Nigeria, and it's not just the Nigerian men. It happened the Ghanaian, the pastor that deleted the wife 2 years ago. Is either a Ghanaian or a Cameroonian. You understand? If you Google about a man that deleted, I think is either Florida or what. I will Google the story. I will know the country. It's not just Nigeria. It's becoming rampant in our community, African community.
What is it that people no longer have patience or their emotional level of absorbing certain things is very weak now? Is it that they don't have that mental capacity to accommodate certain things anymore?
That's not it. I think that now that women are becoming more prominent, women are becoming breadwinners in some homes. Men are losing their, they feel that they are losing their
threatened somehow
in the homes. That's what it is. Just like this story, he doesn't work, he stays at home. The woman is the breadwinner. So no matter what this woman does, this man will not feel satisfied. I am telling you the truth. Even if she talks, he will say, are you trying to show me that you're the breadwinner? You are not respecting me anymore. You know our culture. You know where we are from. You see? So no matter what this woman would have done, this man will not have been satisfied. He was just waiting. And I tell you, it didn't just start overnight. He must have been suspecting that maybe she's doing something behind. And then somebody came and just said something and he said, do you see? It's not something that just started that, He must have been in his mind. So women, we go through a lot. And when, let's say working as a banker, you stay late at work, working. So men don't understand that. Their mind is just messed up. Oh, what do you mean you're still there working? What will it take you this long? Are you sure you're not seeing anybody? You see, I don't know. This woman must have gone through a lot in that area. Accusation to have resulted to that. So this man was just waiting for somebody to confirm what he was thinking in his mind, to make him do that. But just like Oyoyo said, it's very important to find out the family you're getting married to or the man you're getting married to. But along the way, people do change. Somebody can start off so nicely, everything well, everything in place. And along the line, they will change. That's why we have to ask ourselves, what happened? What happened to this person? Okay, it's more rampant because of social media. See? There are some women that must have lost their lives in the past because no social media, the man will cover it up. Oh, something's happened to her. That happened to her. You see, that happened to her. You lie about it.
One second, please. 1 second, please. Mommy Elsie's Kitchen, thank you so much for coming. Ed Varieties, thank you so much, ma. Thank you for joining us, ma. Please, any of you can jump on the stream, okay? Let us all have a diverse views on this, and you can give your opinion, ma. You are an experienced woman, also. Ed Varieties, you can give us your own view too. Thank you so much for. Yeah, she is Ed Varieties. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So we are listening to you, please.
Yeah. So guys, if you're in an abusive relationship, don't stay. Especially women, if your husband is being threatened by your position, please be very careful. Be very careful. Because women go through a lot. I'm telling you the truth. And some women, their husbands will say, don't do anything, don't work, just stay at home. Because they don't want them to have anything in their name. I am telling you the truth. It's not because they love them.
A lot of them are threatened with the success of their wives.
Exactly. They don't want them to have a say. It's a form of financial abuse. It's a bondage. So this woman that just lost her life is just, I'm just hurt. I'm very hurt. I didn't even hear the story until now. That's why I was telling you, please, what is the story about? I've seen you. This is so sad. Well, thank you. That's my 2 cents.
Sister Ju, you said something. Sister Ju, you said something that if you're in an abusive relationship, you should leave.
Welcome, Aziza TV.
Hello, thank you. Sorry, guys, about the background noise. I'm just getting my kids ready for school. Sorry, guys.
Okay, no problem, Aziza. Yeah.
Welcome, Aziza. So, if this woman had left in April, maybe she would have still been alive by now.
True.
You understand? But people like that, they listen to what the society will say. I don't want to be the first in my village that got a divorce. I don't want my mother to be removed from CWO women.
Hey!
I don't want this. I don't want that. Now, her 7 or 9-year-old daughter, who is going to raise her siblings or her mother. So the thing is that we can't stop talking about this. The more we talk about it, one day the larger population will hear. If you notice something, if the man is threatened, just like Sister Ju said, please, woman, this is the time for you to sit down and reevaluate your relationship.
Exactly.
Reevaluate your marriage. If you cross all the T's and dot all the I's, you'll be able to find out what is going on. Don't just sit tight. Oh, I love him. Love now walk very well.
Exactly.
And love is
very well.
I'm telling you. So people should be what? Should be wise.
Exactly.
Yes.
People should be.
Yeah.
Welcome, Vicky's Corner.
I read it.
Welcome, Vicky's Corner. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much, Vicky's Corner. Please smash the like.
Yeah.
The moment we start empathizing with situations like that, that's when we'll feel it better. It's like me putting myself in that woman's shoe. Okay, I went for Easter. After meeting with my parents, I left them. I came back. This man threatened me. And I just pardoned him. We continue to do this thing called love, called marriage. It's only the living that can love tomorrow. The dead is gone. My
They
mother
shouldn't
used to
worry
say,
about what people say.
thank
News, they
you.
fly every day. They'll talk
Thank
about
you.
you today. Tomorrow is another person. As long as you are alive, even if you are the first
Yes.
person to get divorced, now, it's an achievement. Now tell them it's an achievement. People should, but it's the stigma that our
It's
people.
because of the stigma, exactly.
It's
You
a
know,
big
sorry
stigma.
guys, I just want to contribute quickly because I will be going out very soon.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, please do.
Yeah,
Please
go,
do,
go.
ma.
Yes.
Please do.
Yeah, you know, for me, you know, I live here in Australia and I've seen a lot of, like Sister Uju said earlier, this our African community. We need to change our mentality. We need to change our sense of thinking when it comes to certain things. You know, like me, I'm a Muslim. You know, we have this organization here. You know, that we encourage you. Yeah, you are not allowed to leave your husband. You are not allowed to do this, all in the name of the religion. You understand what I mean? But sometimes it just started like when a man refuses to take care of his responsibility as a man in the house. Okay, now if your wife is working and you are working as well, and you expect your wife to take over like all the outshores, you know, it is not possible. You can't compare the life we live here in this Obodo Oyibo with compared to back home in Nigeria. You understand? But some African men don't want to understand this. You know, they want to maintain that, you know, that Olori Ebi, we call it Olori Ebi, like I'm the edge, okay? But me, I like the tail of the fish because I think there are more fish in there. But they want to maintain that, no, I'm the head, I'm this. Yes, we have to respect our man. For me, that is what I tell most women. You have to respect your man. Okay? And but this respect is reciprocal. When you respect your man respects you back. But if you are doing all this, you know, to contribute, because some men, my sister, it started when men are telling you that we have to share the bill like 50-50. We have to do it 50-50.
I dropped it in my video today. That 50-50 thing is the number one. That is where you begin to sense danger. All things Chile, welcome. Thank you so much for joining the stream, ma. Thank you for the thumbs up as well. I appreciate you.
Exactly. See, 50-50. You want to do it 50-50, but you don't want to partake when it comes to outshores. You know, we live here in this Obodo Oyibo, we don't have anyone to assist and all of that. Husband and wife should try to work together. You know, sometimes in my video, I would say, women, if you are coming to abroad or you are traveling to Obodo Oyibo, just try, make sure you are strong. Otherwise, you will break down like no man send you. Okay, that is why we just have to calm down. When it comes to this marriage, for me, I don't think divorce is a crime. It's just the way we are saying it. Like, I don't want people to know that I'm this. I don't want people to know I'm that. When you are alive, you will enjoy. But if you are gone, nobody will even think about you. Nobody will. Some people are going through a lot here. People that I know here in Australia, oh my God, they're going through a lot, but they don't want to speak out. They will never speak out until something is about to happen. Then you will hear them. They will tell you, oh, I've been going through this about 5 years ago. I've been going through this, but they don't want to talk just because of the stigma. Like they don't want them to know maybe they're having issue with their marriage. For me, no marriage is perfect. Some people just kind of, you know, they get carried away with the things like all the social media couple are projecting on social media. Like they think marriage is like exactly, but they will never speak out. Just if you are, for me, I don't support any kind of abuse. Though, if my husband slap me back, both double, bye bye.
The day there is something I keep telling people. Thank you so much. The day you raise a hand to hit a woman, that very first day you raise that hand, that should be the day she will fold her clothes and leave. They need to reset his brain first before you return to that house. If at all you need to return. Where is Ed Variety? She dropped. Please come back, ma. Please.
You know,
exactly what I'm trying to say now. Separation is very, very okay. You know, sometimes separation brings couple more together, stronger. You know, people are like, no, I can't separate from my husband. I don't want to do this. You want to die there. Okay, die there. But if you see people to talk to, if anybody needs help, it's better you seek help. It is better you seek help. Don't just die.
Well said, Azizet. Well said, Azizet.
Thank you so much, ma. I appreciate you
so much.
Is it Azizet? Azizet, did I?
Azizat TV.
Azizat. Aziza, yes.
Yeah, you
Yes,
got
you
it right.
pronounced it well.
You know what
Separation
Aziza
is a
said
good
now
thing.
took me back
Yeah.
to when I was in the university. There was this judge in Kaduna. The husband, a judge now, she's more rough than the husband. So the husband will be abusing her and all of that. She will still smile and go to court and sit.
Mm-hmm.
Until one day she said enough is enough. Do you know what she after the man beat the living hell out of her? She called the police. They came and arrested the husband. And she made sure it was on a Friday that the arrest took place. So that the man would at least spend Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night,
Yes.
and then Monday when the police station is open for bail before they will bail the man.
Hmm.
After the man spent those 3 days, she has used the 3 days to reorganize herself, knowing that this marriage is over. Because if that kind of a man comes back, is it that he kills her this time or what? The woman package herself. Then by the time they bailed the man on Monday, they will now charge the man to court. Definitely not in her court, but she has a lot, and she got her revenge. You understand? She said
Good.
that was most satisfying thing that she has done in her 15 years of marriage. That this man
Wow.
has beaten her for many years, and she has condoned it from the time she started practicing to the time she became magistrate to become, she became a judge. And she said no. And I guess the reason why she said no, because her circle of friends in the Nigerian Bar Association was like, lady, are you out of your mind? You come to meeting with black eye. Tomorrow you say, I love. Which law? What kind of law? Where is that love coming from? That this is not love. Anyone that cares about you, love you, cannot hit you. So, as a young
Cannot.
person, those were the things we saw. You start getting yourself equipped for the future, because you don't know what future will try at you. I keep saying
Yes.
it. Once a man hits you the first time, he's gonna hit you again.
Yes.
We
Depending
can
on how
remember.
you take it. It
Yeah.
depending on how you take it. If he hits you and then apologizes, you say, okay, no problem. I love you too. He's gonna do it again.
So a lot of stories we've heard in the past, they've all happened. So what I'm saying here, women should be aware, and this is not only happening to women. Let us not just get the woke spirit all in favor of women. It's happening to
Yeah.
men too. The one that happened in Abuja many years ago was a woman killing the man. The PDP chieftain was the daughter
Yeah.
that deleted the husband. So it's both ways. If you find out that there are tendencies that this person is a violent person, seek help. You can get therapy. You can get to see a shrink. If you start on time, a lot of things can be corrected. But whereby you keep
Yes.
hiding it, just like Aziza said, a lot of people in their community been going through, enduring. You cannot endure yourself out of it. Some people they will tell their children, don't worry, before you know it, you'll be in charge of the marriage. Before you know it, this. There are some situations you can endure out. It's better you are alive and raise those children you're bringing into this world than leave them to be taken by what? Welfare. A lot of our people here in the US are in the custody of foster home because the man will delete the wife and delete himself. There was one that circulated two years ago. He called 911. I have taken all kinds of words he was using for the wife. What was the wife's reason? The wife became a nurse after he praised her, started making more money, and went to her
I
hometown.
think I heard that story. I followed that story as well.
Went to her hometown, built a mansion for her parents, and then told the man, I don't want any of your relatives to come around, not even your mother. So some women go push it to the extreme. You understand? But no matter how someone pushes you, you should be able to tell yourself, if I am alive, I can make something out of myself. And to the men that will go and bring that, will I say, a laborer that will come and make money for them in the US, while you're teaching her, they pushing her to go to nursing school, what stopped you from going to the same nursing school? What
Jose,
stopped you
ask
from
me.
making the same money?
Ask me.
It's sweeter when both partners are bringing in on to the table. So I'm going to leave it here, host. Let me attend to these
Thank you so
beautiful
much.
ones
Let's
behind you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Oyoyo Squad. I appreciate you, Queen. God bless you. Thank you so much. Let's hear from Ed Varieties, please. Ed Varieties. Are you there, ma?
Hello,
Hello.
good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Yeah, good
ma.
evening. Yeah,
Welcome,
can
ma.
you
Thank you
hear
so much
me?
for joining us. Yes, we can hear you,
Hello,
ma.
can you hear me?
We can hear you, ma. Thank
Good
you so much. We can hear
good
you.
evening,
Good
everyone.
evening.
Our co-host, okay, our co-host and everyone. All
We can
right.
hear you, ma.
Thank
Yeah,
you
good
for
evening.
having me and greetings to all my co-hosts and everyone. You dragged me up here. My network is very
Yes,
bad.
ma. It is deliberate to drag you off
Uh,
here, ma. We can't
all right,
you can't be
thank
here and not give
you.
us your words of
So I've
wisdom.
already greeted everyone, and those in the comment section, I say good evening. Yes.
Good evening, ma. So let's hear your view on this, ma. What do you have to say?
So, looking at the topic, I have realized that it's all about this spousal problems, about infidelity. If should I
Infidelity.
continue?
Yes, ma.
Okay. All right. So my view on this is that why is the family in crisis? Some are blaming the present day family crisis on the entry, on the entry of. Oh,
I think the
hello,
network is bad.
hello,
Yeah,
Hello,
we
we
can
can
hear
hear
network.
you.
you.
Oh. Please, can you hear
We,
me?
Yeah.
yes, ma, we can hear you.
Hello,
I think it's our network. We
my
can hear you
network
very well,
is
ma.
Wahala. So if you
Oh,
can hear me, just let me know because my
we
network
can
is
hear
so,
you.
yeah. Oh,
We
okay.
can
So
hear you. Go
I was
ahead.
saying that my contribution towards this is that many people are blaming many people are blaming the present day family crisis on the entry of
I think our network is full. Oh my God.
Yeah. The network is bad.
Yeah, I think it's the network, ma. We understand. We understand it's the network. Yeah.
Yeah, it's her
Okay.
network. Yeah. So
Okay.
I wanted to say something that Azizat mentioned is very important. She said separation is okay.
Yes.
Yes, separation is very okay. I've seen people have called me to share their stories. I'm married, I have kids, I'm in an abusive relationship. I don't know what to do. When you say, I beg, you have to move yourself out of that situation. They'll tell you, oh, I don't have a place to go. My parents are no longer alive, and you wonder. And in one of my live streams, I said something. We have NGOs in Nigeria. I think that some of them should focus on building shelters, that is housing for battered women, women that are abused. And it's not going
Yes.
to take that much. It's just maybe a few rooms, to shelter these women, because the problem is that most of them say, I don't have where to go. And another thing is with the stigma, moving back to your parents' house. Some parents will say, once you leave this house, or you have left, or you're gone, or this room is taken.
Mm.
These women are not welcome back home.
Yeah.
So when they have shelters, they have a place to go to. You see, till they get themselves back to their feet again. So if NGOs, please, if you're here and you're
hello,
interested in starting an
hello,
NGO, This is an area you
Hello.
should just look into. Yeah,
Oh,
ma.
okay, hello.
Welcome,
Just
ma.
mute a little bit. Mute first,
Well,
ma. Mute first, ma. Let Uju finish what she's saying, ma. Then we'll come to you, ma.
My network will go.
okay, talk, ma. It's okay. I'm okay
Okay,
with it.
okay, okay.
Go
Talk, ma.
ahead, ma.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. You know, over here in Africa, my network is so bad here in Ghana. So sorry that
Oh,
I have taken over from you.
No,
no,
it's
it's
Yeah.
okay.
okay.
We
It's
So
okay, ma.
understand.
uh,
Mhm.
I greeted everyone up and down, the co-host. So my take on the matter is that we are having this family crisis because of the spousal killings and then the infidelity. So some are blaming the present day family crisis on the entry of women into the workplace. That is what some are blaming the women for. But others also point to today's moral breakdown. So, an additional causes are cited, but let's look at it. Almost 2,000 years ago, if I could remember, a well-known lawyer foretold that many pressures is going to afflict the family. And the person, that well-known person, wrote in the holy books of the Bible, uh, I think in Second Timothy chapter 3, verses 1 through 4. The well-known lawyer, that is Paul, said that in the last days, critical times hard to deal with will be here. For men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, self-assuming, haughty, blasphemous, disobedient to parents when it comes to children, unthankful, disloyal, having no natural affection, not open to any agreement, slanderous, without self-control, fierce, without love of goodness, and all the others. So who would doubt that these words are being fulfilled today? So it means that what was told is being fulfilled, and that is the cause of our family problems. In a world with conditions such as this, is it any wonder that many families are in crisis because of spousal killings and infidelity? So for me, the way out is that our Creator, He is the He instituted the marriage arrangement. And when he was doing that, he gave us a manual, which is the Bible. Now, if you buy a gadget, they normally accompany that gadget with a manual. When you read it well and apply every instructions written there, it means your gadget is going to work out well. Same way, God has also provided us with guidelines as to how we are going to be happy in marriages. And I will say with my full chest that many of us have ignored those principles that will help us have a happy marriage life. And so, in line with what I also quoted from the Bible as 2 Timothy 3, verse 1 to 4, these are the characteristics of people we have in today's world. And these characteristics are what are bringing out all these problems. So, in order to avoid all these things, we need to go back to the old book and then follow the instructions. Even before you get into marriage, these signs are shown, but because we are blindfolded by what we call love, we overlook it and keep pursuing it. Even before some get into marriage, they even have sex already, thinking it is a bond that will take them elsewhere. But when we go back into the Bible, it violates Bible principles. So for me, having enjoyed my purpose, and you wouldn't cheat on your wife, nor will the wife also cheat on the husband. If you follow Bible principles, you are not going to do things to hurt your partner, even killing or murdering that person. So for me, it is because we have ignored these principles. That is why we are finding ourselves in this situation. When you love your wife, you are going to treat him the best way ever. Same way the children that you are bringing up. So the examples the kind of life we are living, we are sort of also training our children to live that sort of life. Children will be left to watch what? Immoral films. What are we teaching them? When they grow up, they can't handle themselves. They will also be what? They are going to copy that same life. So for me, that is my take. To solve the problem, then we have to go back. Working women are not the problem. When you enter into the workplace, it doesn't mean that you are going to cheat on your husband, or the wife is going to cheat on the husband, or the husband cheating on the wife. The only thing is that when we apply Bible principle, wherever we find ourselves, we are going to stay that way for our partners. Yes, we are humans. Sometimes there will be misunderstandings. When the misunderstandings come, we have to solve the problem. I think I've forgotten the text in the Bible that you shouldn't let the sun set over your anger. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't wait a day before you solve your problem. It means whatever is happening, try to solve that problem as soon as possible before it becomes something else. So because of the
Yes.
characteristics that are being foretold, people, because of the love of money, can do anything to kill their spouses. People, because they are slanderous, can do everything to distort the family happiness. People, because of self-control, they cannot control themselves. They bring about all these problems. So let's go back to whatever guidelines we've been given, and that is going to help us. If I'm working, I have worked for a very long time. I've been a teacher, left the teaching force, got into fashion and so many other business. But when it comes to marriage, and when you due respect, that is what the Bible says. When you show that due respect, it is so easy for the man to love you and then respect you also. So let's watch out for the red flags when we are going into marriage. Let's not ignore it. Once we ignore it, then we are going to come across these spousal killings and all the other things that will hurt a family. So this is what I have.
Thank,
And for
thank you
me,
so much,
I
ma.
have applied
We
the Bible.
appreciate you, ma. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mm.
So if I've said anything that does not make sense, please forgive me.
It does no. Everything
Everything
here
is
makes
valid.
sense, ma.
Everything here is making sense. You're
We are
welcome.
learning. We
Thank
are all
you.
learning.
Thank you.
Yes, but
We have
please.
somebody here. We
Mm,
have a Mom Essie. Mom Essie's teaching and more here. Thank you so much for
yeah,
coming, Mom Essie.
you're welcome. Please, I want to quickly react to what she just said. Um,
Okay.
the what I've understood in marriage is this. Remember, even in football, I want to use football for an example. If a team is playing and they are not winning, they are always, it's just like their calling is to lose the games. They go back to what they call the drawing board.
And when they go back to
Yeah.
the drawing board, what they do, they try to look for tactics to overcome those losses they have gotten. You understand? So this is also applicable in marriage. The marriage might be rosy, everything was going well. Look for that place where they got it wrong. The family have to understand where they got it wrong. If the woman does not understand where she has done something wrong, and the husband also does not understand where he has also done something wrong to the wife, these things are bound to happen. I listened to everything people have been saying since I said this, that marriage is not a do or die affair. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
I can't stay in a marriage where I'm being abused. I can't stay in a marriage where my freedom is restricted. As in, I can't stay in a marriage where my husband does not understand me. That is the truth. I studied with my husband and we married together. So we've known each other for a very long time. So during our little time, he knows what I like, he knows what I don't like, and I understand him as well. So if anything happens from today that I notice like he is doing other things that are not appealing to me, I'm going to call him, love, this is not right. I don't know you to be doing this. Why are you doing this? The problem is some women are afraid to talk to their husband. They look
Yeah.
at their husband as a god, even not as a god, because we can actually go to God and talk to God. Do you understand? I don't know whether they will I call it like, I don't even know the word to use, but the
They
truth
are
is
scared of their
they are too
husbands.
scared.
The
They
fear.
look at their husband as if he's a lion. Do you understand? I've seen a marriage where a woman, when the husband comes back, hey, this man is back. Oh, she'll start jittery. Her freedom is
Fear.
restricted. You see her, if she's on phone with you, she start talking something else, and with your head, you will decode, the man is back. I mean, when you're in that kind of marriage, what are you enjoying? I don't really encourage people to leave their homes. Let's face Osinachi. Sorry, I'm bringing up this. Osinachi, I
No,
guess
it's
maybe
fine.
she was scared of what people would say. She was scared of what the church would say. She was scared of her belief. She was scared of her ministry. That is why she stood in that marriage. If not, the man did not start beating her. It was not when the man started beating her that she died, though. The beating has been,
Mm.
as in, it has been coming like from the back, then coming to the front. So when you are in abusive marriage, the only way out is, I understand what our sister said. She used the Bible portions to, to educate us, and I truly appreciate that. But God did not say you should go into a marriage and go and die there. I don't know where the Bible said that. Marriage is for better, for worse. Yes, but that worst, the Bible did not say you should go and die there. The worst is not
Mm.
okay, the money is there, everything is there. The worst I understand is maybe the wealth is no more there, does not mean you should leave. That is what me I understand though. Maybe those things that were rosary then, you are not seeing it again. It does not mean you should leave. I don't think the Bible told us that we should be beaten so that we will not show that yes, I love my husband till I die. No way. Any man that raises his hand on a woman is born to be beating that woman. The woman turned to the punching bag. At the end of the day, it's going to affect the children. We are talking about husband and wife here, but have you also talked of the children? This thing psychologically it affects the children. It really goes down because I've seen even in this Germany, you see people just their kids being taken away. Do you know the reason why they're taken away? I've seen it. I've actually witnessed one. The man was beating the wife, mistakenly threw the child to the fan, a standing fan, and the boy got an injury on his face. Getting to school, he was
What?
asked, "What happened to your face?" He was angry. That is what anger can do. That's what I'm saying. That when these things are happening, they are not even thinking about the children. I'm talking about a family that have children. Do you understand? When you're shouting and doing everything, whoa, whoa, and everywhere is loud, you threw that child to the fan. The child went to the school the next day. What happened to your face? The child said, "My father threw me to the fan when he was fighting with my mother." You can just imagine. The next minute, the child was taken away. That there was no like, there's no negotiation. Do you understand? Children are bound to talk. When they once their mouth is open, they start talking. Even the one you don't ask them, they will tell you. So I'm just trying to say this: if a marriage is not working, even churches, if you go to a church and you're praying and you think that that church is not working out for you, please you change the church. If your church cannot change you, you change the
Yeah.
church. That is my own topic. That is how
Absolutely.
I talk. So if you are working hard in a marriage and the marriage is that you're putting all your efforts, I've seen issues where money causes issue. The woman is succeeding more than the man. The man become envious and kills the woman to possess all he had, all she had. I mean, All these things are the end of time, my people. I just want to say this. Things are happening now. If we look at the clock of the word, if you look at the clock of what the Bible has said, we just see that we are getting close to the end time. So all these things, nation rising against nation, husband rising against the wife, all these things we are saying, the wife also rises against the husband. I've seen a woman that beats her husband up. She's the chief authority, as in she's the officer in charge. So all these things are, God, give me wisdom to strike a balance. That is only what I pray for. If there is anything that is not normal, just say, God, give me the wisdom. And when that wisdom is not coming, hey, ask for, tell God to give you a direction. And once that direction comes to you, take it and don't blink an eye, because once you blink that eye, it might be too late. That is my own take care, my people. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much, Mommy
Thank
Essie.
you
I
so much.
appreciate you, ma. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
God
you.
Thank
bless
you.
you.
You're
That's an
That's
welcome.
all.
amazing contribution. Yeah. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
All right, people. So
I
I'll
think
leave you
Thank
now to
Uju
take my
was saying
daughter to bed.
something.
Yes, so
Okay, okay.
Yeah. But
Ujono
I'm
was
still
saying
here, but
something
off
before
the
Ed
cam.
Varieties came in that time.
yeah, I was talking about, building shelters, NGOs, you know, if they can build shelters for battered women, because what I've heard from some of these women is basically they don't have any place to go. They don't have shelter. They
Mm.
don't know what to, so they are stuck in that marriage. They have children. They don't have any place to go. They can't go to their parents' house. Some of them live in the village. They can't go there. It's like, so here in America, we have shelters for battered women. That's why it's easy. It works better here. But in Nigeria, I don't think they have homes,
They
even
don't have.
churches. Yeah, even churches have been employing and asking churches, begging churches to have places for these battered women. You can tell somebody, go and pray, go and pray, go and pray, go and pray. It's not
This, I
working, it's
think
not
this
working.
kind of project is something that some churches should even embark on. I mean,
Exactly.
the schools are expensive. Their schools,
Exactly.
we can't even afford their schools. So why don't you build shelters for some of your students? I mean, some of your worshippers or your
Exactly.
church members who are going through a lot in
A
their husband's
lot.
house and they just need a break.
But the
They
thing,
need
is
a
they
break,
cover
somewhere to
cover
go to.
everything up in church. They don't want you to say those women are there dying in silence, and even pastors are abusing their wives. They are in an abusive relationship. I've heard lots of some pastors. People tell me, "Oh, my husband is a pastor. My sister married a pastor. She almost lost her life." So how can somebody that is doing the same thing cancel another person? So that's why it's just like you don't talk about it in church. Go and pray, and women are
Break.
suffering and dying. Yeah. And another thing is people don't realize, they don't want to accept, that they have a problem. Anger is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit of anger is a problem. Here, what they do, they send them to anger management class. In Nigeria, Nigerian man will tell you, no, I don't, it's not a problem for me. I don't, my father talks like this, everybody talks like this. Doesn't mean I have a
Eh.
problem. It's a big problem. They need counseling, they need therapy, but they don't accept that. I have a friend of mine, wants the husband to go to counseling. Counseling helps a lot. People don't realize that too. Counseling is not going to your pastor and sitting down to. Some pastors are not counselors. If you have a pastor that is a great counselor, praise God. But they have people trained for marriage counseling. It's where both of you would sit down and talk. I watch this is it Justice TV? There is this couple that were on the show. The woman, she shared her story. I cried. I was sitting down. I cried. What happened? They were doing well. Oh, they got married. They were doing well. He had a business. He was everything was going good for them. All of a sudden, the man lost his job. That was where the problem started. Because the man lost his job, the man didn't want to do anything else. What he was doing was spending time in beer parlors, drinking, chasing women. This lady said that things were so hard for them that what she was doing, she will go house to house knocking and begging for food for her children. I cried. She said at a point, she told herself, instead of going house to house, The money, the little money that people gave her, she put them together. She started I think a business, pure water business. She started selling pure water. That's how she will feed her children. Mind you, the children can't go to school anymore because they can't afford school fees for the kids. So she said that, but her husband continued drinking. Her husband continued chasing women. She said she came back home one day in her matrimonial bed. Her husband was in their bed with a woman. And her husband told that woman to beat. When she came, she screamed. The husband told that woman to beat her up. This one was on Justice TV. The woman beat her up.
Seriously?
She cried. Yes, she cried. She said she cried and cried. But her husband didn't stop. Oh my God, she narrated her story. Go to Justice TV. And then one day she came back again.
Wonder shall never end.
Not only one woman, no. 3 women were in her matrimonial bed with her husband. That was when she just
a jobless man.
Enough is enough, exactly. Enough is enough. She carried her children, she carried her stuff and left. Mind you, who came to the court? The husband brought her to court to beg the judge that she wants his wife back. That broke my heart. And the judge asked the wife, do you want your husband back? She said yes.
What?
I cried. But what happened? The judge organized a marriage counseling for them. Okay, if you want him back, you must go through counseling because both of you have a problem. The judge paid for the counseling. They went for counseling. They completed their counseling. They had an update on Justice TV. Oh my God, I cried.
And they're back together.
They are back together. They are doing very well. And if you go to TikTok, some people are using the woman's talk. There's a way she talks. People are using it on TikTok. So she's
yes, I know the woman you're talking about, Sissy Ju.
Yeah.
On TikTok.
Yes.
Is it a Nigerian woman?
He hits me. A Nigerian woman. Yeah. In Lagos.
Okay. That later came out one day to say that people don't know the story behind that voice that is going on, that is making a wave on TikTok. Is it not the woman?
Maybe I don't know. If you go to Justice TV,
he beat me. I come back. I see him with plenty women.
Plenty women. Yeah, that's the one.
Woman.
So that's the woman.
Yes. And after the counseling, oh my God, they are updated. She said that Justice TV, she had exposure. People started sending them money. Now she has a business. Her husband is doing well, and the counseling helped them. Yes, so Justice TV, that same woman. The day she shared her story, I was crying. She was saying, she beats me. 3 women. What am I trying to say? Separation is good. Counseling is good. If only men will be open to counseling, people will be open to counseling. It helps a lot. Don't get somebody to counsel on her, because that person, get a trained person. I know it's expensive. The person will listen to both of you and guide you accordingly. Another thing, the basics of all this whole thing is the Bible, is the word of God. That is the foundation of every marriage. Guys, I have to go. I've stayed, okay?
Thank you so much, Ujonowu. You are an amazing woman. I appreciate you on this street. Thank you so much for your love and your support.
Thank you to all the co-hosts, Azizat, Mom
S's Kitchen and more.
Thank you, Sis Uju.
Thank you. And Ed Variety. I know Yo-Yo was
Ed Variety, yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks to everyone in the chat. Everyone's still with us. Yeah. Thanks to everyone in the chat as well. We appreciate your patience. Thank you so much for staying with us up to this very moment. I really, really do appreciate you. I do not take your love for granted. God bless you. Thank you so much. So we'll be rounding up very, very soon. Mom NC, there are a lot of comments in the comment section. If I want to start reading all these comments, we will not leave here tonight. But I'm going through them, and I'm seeing the conversation going on in the chat. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Yeah, Momesi, you were saying something, or is it Azizat saying something?
Maybe it's Azizat, not me. I'm
Okay,
leaving. I'm leaving now,
okay, okay.
but I'm
Thank you
still in
Oh,
the
so much,
chat.
sorry, guys.
Momesi.
I don't know. I didn't mute myself. I'm on my way to drop my kids to school. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's okay. Thank you so much, Ma. I really appreciate
you're
you.
welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah, bye.
Bye. Thank you. So, guys, you see, before we leave, I want to round up with this. Families need to also wake up and sit up. When you notice something is off about your daughter, that she's no longer acting sane, like you know that the husband has been abusing her, it's not a first, it's not a second, neither is it a third. Please find a way to take this woman out from that marriage. If you don't do anything to take her out of that home, you may eventually come pick up her corpse. Please do not stand by and watch your daughter's life being wasted. Do not stand by and say it is a marriage between a man and a woman, so let us keep up. If you keep quiet, you are aiding. Especially when you know this woman is being abused. Don't sit back and say, as a family, well, she is married now. You are not sending her to her grave. You are sending her into a home, a marriage. And if that home turns out to become a battlefield, please withdraw her back. It is not a no retreat, no surrender union. Withdraw your daughter back. Find a way. If she refuses to go, please, the family can as well help return the bride price. If you are an African person, please return the bride price and report the man to the authority. We can no longer continue to lose amazing women in the society due to this. It's becoming like a weekly occurrence. When is it going to end? And as a woman, you suspect your husband is cheating on you, he's having an extramarital affair. Please, you have every right to walk away. Marriage is not a do or die. It's not a prison. You were not sold into that home as a slave. You are a wife. And if you can no longer take your husband's infidelity, walk away. Don't waste a life and ruin your own life as well. Do not stay if you can't take it. Discuss it first with your husband. And if need be, like the host here, like my co-host Dave, everyone have said in the chat, and my co-hosts who have also come up on the stream have said, please, separation is allowed also. Even if you don't want to divorce your husband, separate and go for counseling. Seek help. Don't always assume you can handle it. Sometimes you don't know the capacity of what you can take until it has happened. When you can no longer take it, separate. And then in the course of separation, begin to process it. Think about it. Take appraisal. Take stock of everything that has happened since you got married. Is this man willing to change? Am I ready to spend the rest of my life with this man? Is there any sign that he will change in the future? Is this ever going to stop? And then look at the effort he himself is making towards changing. Look at the effort he's also making towards becoming a better person. Because it's one thing to separate, and it's another thing to work on yourself. So separating and working yourself is something you must put into consideration. When you separate, you are not just separating to go and start living your life. You are separating to take appraisal of the marriage and see what has happened and what is still happening. If there is any need for you to still come back together and make it work. And after doing that, seeing that he or she is not willing to change, please take a walk. Marriage is beautiful. It's supposed to be enjoyed. I know it's not a bed of roses, but it's not hell at the same time. Separate. And if you separate and you see that they're not willing to change, please file for divorce. If you didn't do court wedding, go and return the bride price. Return the dowry paid on you. And as a man, go demand for your bride price. Go and demand for it that you no longer want to marry this woman. Instead of your life being wasted. I mean, all these things happening, they are putting fear in the heart of young people out there. A lot of men are scared of getting married. Young women are scared of getting married because of the happenings, because of the negative news, the horrible news the internet is filled with daily. When is it ever going to stop? When is it ever going to stop? It starts with us knowing when to take a walk. The first day, I keep saying it, the first day a man lifts his hand on you, the first day, don't condone it. Don't take it. A man that lifts a hand, no matter the level of anger, every man is supposed to have self-discipline. Same as a woman. The first day your spouse lifts a finger or a hand on your face, know that something is wrong already with that marriage. Don't take it lightly, because when you take it lightly, that slap will turn into a punch and then followed by a kick and a blow. Do not take it lightly, because when you do, first of all, when a man wants to hit you, he's going to process it in his mind. Even if he did it out of anger, he's going to see your reaction. How did you react to that slap? Are you his child? Are you his slave? Are you his, even if you are his help? No human being, I mean, two adults, you don't have any right to hit another person. Talk more of taking life. But it starts with just that slap. With a slap. The very first day they give you a slap, take a walk. If you can retaliate that slap, if you have weighed him and you know that he cannot really beat you up, return that slap. Return it. Then pick your bag and take a walk. Take time to cool off and see how he reacts to it. If he's ever going to apologize, if he's going to change, and do not keep it to yourself. Report him to someone, an authority or a family member, or seek a counselor's help. When you take a slap, that slap is definitely coming with a punch, then a kick, and then one day it goes beyond that. So be careful what you condone from the beginning, because this is the beginning of all. It didn't start this day. This man that wasted the life of a precious wife didn't just wake up and wasted her life. He has been battering her. He has been beating her up. And she kept going and coming back, condoning it, because she wants to answer a missus. She wants to be a wife. And then family, please, also help. Thank you, Susan. How about it? I really appreciate you and everyone. Yeah, I'm rounding up now. I appreciate you, my Esther's Chronicles. Thank you so much. All Things Chile, thank you. Thunder Scorpion, thank you so much. When these things are happening, family, please don't sit back and say they will sort it out. They will never sort it out if you don't intervene. A lot of young lives have been wasted. Know when to draw the line. Know when to take a walk. Know when to end it. Don't stay back until your corpse is being removed from the house. Don't stay back until you're being locked up behind bars for battering your wife or for abusing your husband. It's not only on women alone, but also on men. So guys, I leave you with this. Marriage is a beautiful thing. But please, if it becomes a thorn on your flesh, pull it out and take a walk. I mean, nobody says a woman can be married and divorced and remarried again. You can marry, divorce, and remarry again when you meet the right person. The society should stop stigmatizing divorcees. The society is the #1 problem we have. The society we live in, we are so judgmental. You see a single mother, we judge her. We see a divorcee, we judge her. We see a widow, we judge her. We see divorced men, we judge. No, I can't marry a divorced man. I can't marry a divorced woman. You are the reason why a lot of people have decided to stay in an abusive marriage, because you cannot just mind your business. If you're one of those people out there criticizing and judging divorcees, you are also aiding another woman to remain put in an abusive marriage. Let us stop this judgmental attitude. Let's stop judging, because you don't know what that woman must have gone through in her home before leaving, before taking a walk, before she picked her bag and said enough is enough. You don't know the pain. You don't know the years of tears. You don't know the bruises in her body, because she covers them up with clothing and makeup. Her face is being bruised all the time, but we cover up. You don't know? Some women cover up with pancake and everything. They cover up with long sleeve clothing. Behind those clothing, behind the mask, behind the makeup, there are bruises there. because they are ashamed to come out to say they want to leave their marriage. I beg you, stop aiding this. Stop judging. Encourage. We should empathize with these people. We need to. It is time we change our attitudes. It is time we change this judgmental attitude and welcome people home. Parents, whenever your daughter speaks up and say, Daddy, Mommy, I can't take this anymore, welcome her back home. That is her home. If you no longer have a room for her, please let her go. She can work and take care of herself. She can begin to fend for herself. She can get a roof over her head. Do not encourage her to go back. Do not blackmail her into going back. Do not cajole her into going back. Because when you do that, you may not be lucky to find her alive the next month. When you keep silent and say, go work out your marriage, you may not be lucky to find her alive anymore. Show your children love. And when your son comes back home to say, I can't stand my wife anymore, she's already a public thing, or she's cheating on me, she's doing all that, please don't judge another man. We see men who are, we see men as being too strong. Some of them are not strong. Some of them are actually fragile. Some men out there are fragile at heart. You don't know the pain they endure also. You don't know the pain. You don't know what they are going through daily. Some women beat up their husbands as well. So don't just sit back and judge them. Give them some room. Allow them sort out their lives. Like I said, please, divorce is not a sin. Divorce is not the worst thing that can ever happen to anyone. You still have your whole life ahead of you, divorced or not. You have your whole life ahead of you. Please enjoy it. It is for the living, not for the dead. So I leave you guys with this. Sharon Bakes with love. Thank you so much for joining us. We are living right now. So I leave you with you guys with this. Please think about this. It is not ideal to stay put in already damaged home because you may not be lucky. Let's save our lives and the lives of our loved ones. So thank you all so much. I appreciate all your love. Nemuzo, thank you so much. You've been so amazing. You've been so supportive. Esther's Chronicles, Susan Herbal Tips, Thunder Scorpion, All Things Chile, Esther's Chronicles, Juba, thank you so much. Cornelis, my husband, thank you for your company. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Yeah, we have amazing people here. Thank you so much. And for everyone who came up on the stream, Oyoyo's Word, Azizat, thank you so much. Ujono, and Mommy Essie, thank you so much. Ed Varieties, I appreciate every one of you. Sharon, thank you so much. Like, I don't know, I don't have the right word right now, but all I can say, God bless you for your support all the time. Every night I come up here with different topics. You guys come around to show me love and to support, and I equally learn from you all. So I just want to say, Fabro Happiness, thank you so much, every one of you. Like, Time Out with Family, Josie's Corner. Oh God, Authentic Black Woman, being a carer with cares. Who else? Who am I missing here? Estonia. Positive Orientation, King Gold, Ovive Hair Bundles. Every one of you, thank you so much. God bless you. And you all have an amazing night rest. Please enjoy yourselves tonight, okay? Thank you so much. God bless you. And good night. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you. God bless you. Thank you. Aziza, thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much, ma.
Yes, I need you because I want you. You're the only one for me. I'm coming home after the party. The world is stressing me. I run to you because I know you got it. And you're my company. Anytime I call you, you turn up. And you always come through for me. Peace of mind.
Peace of mind is what we want.
You give me peace of mind. The quality my attention. You give me peace of mind. Please give me peace of mind. Please give me peace of mind. What I feel, and I can't share my mind. But you give me peace of mind. You give me peace of mind.
Peace of mind is what we want. Peace of mind in our home.
You give me peace of mind. You give me peace of mind.
Thank you so much. Good night. Love you all.